Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
The Raw After Clash in Paris 2025 concluded WWE's brief European tour, which began in the second half of August and ended on September 1st. As the show went off the air, Rhea Ripley appeared with Jey Uso, and a former champion broke character. The main event of this week's Raw saw Jey Uso teaming up with LA Knight, as both men did their best to put their differences aside to face the duo of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Unfortunately for the two babyfaces, Breaker and Reed were too dominant, and Uso found himself on the receiving end of a pin. Thankfully for him, Jey Uso came out to ensure that there was no post-match beatdown like what Roman Reigns faced at Clash in Paris at the hands of the Vision. With Paul Heyman absent from Raw this week, it meant there were no restrictions for Seth Rollins' faction. Thanks to Jey Uso, Raw in Paris ended with the babyfaces celebrating with the crowd. Not only did Rhea Ripley come out to start yeeting, but even the former United States champion Louisiana Knight hit the yeet multiple times to send the crowd home happy. The crowd certainly sounded happy with the way things ended, as it concluded an epic multi-day journey to France for fans. The crowds in France have been considered among the best in WWE history, and Paris didn't disappoint with the back-to-back shows on Sunday as well as Monday. LA Knight has been hard-headed and has shown no love towards main event Jey Uso. However, once the cameras stopped rolling, the former United States champion seemed more than willing to embrace the yeet. There is no context given as to why Rhea Ripley was there, but one can only imagine it was because she wanted to celebrate with the French fans one last time. WWE Raw often delivers unforgettable moments during live television, but sometimes the most intriguing parts of the night take place after the cameras stop rolling. Fans who attended the latest episode were treated to a surprising and unscripted moment when a former champion broke character once the show officially ended. To make matters even more interesting, Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso were both involved in the post-show happenings, leaving fans buzzing with speculation about future storylines. Raw ends, but the action doesn't. The night was already chaotic with several high-stakes matches and heated confrontations, but once Raw concluded, fans expected a simple send-off. Instead, what they got was an unpredictable sequence that blurred the lines between scripted entertainment and real emotion. As the lights dimmed and the post-show announcements began, a former WWE champion, whose identity WWE hasn't yet addressed publicly, stepped out of character in a way that shocked those still in attendance. Instead of maintaining the persona he's known for on television, he directly addressed the crowd, offering raw, unscripted remarks that felt far more genuine than what is usually presented inside the squared circle. Breaking character, a rare WWE moment. Breaking character, often referred to in wrestling as breaking kayfabe, is something that almost never happens in WWE, especially in today's era where storylines are tightly controlled. This particular moment stood out because it showed fans a side of the superstar that is rarely seen. Instead of continuing the animosity he had been displaying during the televised portion of Raw, he dropped the act and appeared grateful, even emotional, while addressing the audience. Those in attendance noted that he thanked the fans for their energy and passion, acknowledging that their reactions keep WWE alive week after week. Such genuine appreciation is uncommon for someone whose on-screen character usually thrives on arrogance and hostility. The role of Rhea Ripley. Adding another layer to the surprise, Rhea Ripley also became involved in the unscripted post-show events. Throughout Raw, Ripley had her own storyline developments tied to the Judgment Day and the brewing rivalries that continue to define her dominant presence. However, once the cameras were off, she appeared in a more relaxed, playful manner, interacting with both the crowd and Jey Uso, who also came out after the show ended. Ripley has long been one of WWE's most commanding stars, known for her intensity and unwavering focus. Seeing her break that exterior, even briefly, reminded fans of the human side behind the larger-than-life persona. Her presence alongside Jey Uso sparked plenty of chatter, particularly given Uso's ongoing storylines with the Bloodline and his attempt to carve out his own path on Raw. Jey Uso's post-show appearance. Jey Uso has been a focal point of Raw since making his dramatic move away from the Bloodline. Fans have rallied behind him as he seeks independence and redemption, and his crowd reactions have been some of the strongest week after week. During this off-air segment, Jey was seen laughing and joking with Ripley and the former champion who had broken character earlier. This interaction was lighthearted and comedic, in stark contrast to the serious nature of Jey's current storylines. While WWE has not confirmed whether this was intended to foreshadow a future feud or alliance, fans are already speculating about what this could mean. Some believe it was simply a fun way to send the crowd home happy, while others think the company may use this interaction as the seed for a potential new angle. Why this matters? Unscripted moments like these matter more than fans might realize. In an industry where almost everything is predetermined and choreographed, raw authenticity resonates strongly. Fans who witness this live will likely remember it even more than the official televised matches. For the superstar who broke character, this was an opportunity to connect with the WWE Universe on a deeper level. It reminded fans that behind every persona is a real person who endures grueling schedules, physical wear and tear, and the pressure to perform at the highest level. For Ripley and Jey Uso, their involvement highlighted how even the company's biggest stars enjoy these lighter moments. It showed a sense of camaraderie and respect among the locker room that sometimes goes unnoticed on-screen. The social media reaction. As expected, clips from the post-show segment quickly made their way onto social media. Fans shared videos, reactions, and theories about what they had just witnessed. Some praised the former champion for showing vulnerability and gratitude. Others were fascinated by the playful interaction between Ripley and Uso, with memes and jokes spreading rapidly across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. The buzz around this off-air moment may even overshadow parts of the official Raw broadcast, as fans love discussing incidents that feel spontaneous. WWE, known for capitalizing on organic fan interest, may well choose to incorporate elements of what happened into upcoming storylines. The bigger picture. Breaking character has historically been a taboo in WWE. However, when it happens in the right setting, it creates memorable moments. For example, stars like The Undertaker and John Cena have occasionally dropped their personas during heartfelt interactions, and those moments remain fan favorites years later. The involvement of Ripley and Jey Uso ensures that this will be remembered as more than just a simple thank you speech. It turned into a segment filled with genuine laughter, interaction, and warmth, something that felt like a reward for the live crowd's energy throughout the night. Potential storyline implications. While WWE hasn't addressed this moment on television yet, it could have interesting storyline implications if they decide to weave it into the show. The playful tension between Ripley and Uso, combined with the vulnerability shown by the former champion, could be used to add depth to their ongoing arcs. Ripley, as the powerhouse leader of the Judgment Day, may find herself entangled with Uso's battles in unexpected ways. Meanwhile, the champion who broke character may benefit from fans' newfound appreciation, potentially leading to a future babyface turn. Fans left wanting more. For those in attendance, the night ended on a high note. Instead of simply seeing the show close out with scripted drama, they got to experience something raw, human, and unfiltered. It's these types of moments that keep WWE fans coming back, because while they know the action is choreographed, they also crave the authenticity that sometimes peeks through. The latest episode of Raw may have ended on television, but the real magic happened after the cameras stopped rolling. A former champion breaking character, Rhea Ripley letting her guard down, and Jey Uso joining the fun created an unforgettable memory for fans in the arena. Whether WWE chooses to acknowledge or build upon this remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, fans will be talking about this rare and refreshing off-air moment for weeks to come. It showcased the humanity behind the spectacle, reminded everyone of the bond between performers and fans, and gave a glimpse of why professional wrestling continues to captivate millions worldwide.